Okay, I'm gonna try to fix up this little trailer. I'm just gonna try to repair it the best that I can. So I'm gonna try to do what I can to kind of modify it. I put some different wheels on it last summer, and that seems to work pretty good. I'm gonna try to address some of these issues like this. I think I'm just gonna cut this piece of angle off and put something thicker. That way it'll hold its shape better. I folded it in, getting that ready. The weld all across there. So I'm gonna flip it over and do the other side. I'm just gonna stitch it up, and I'll bring it back when all this is done. Okay, guys, I got a little bit of progress here. I just tacked up some bed frame in this corner right here. I'm gonna reinforce that corner a little bit so that it'll just give it some more strength. I may run one underneath it too to follow that one. I'll fill that in, maybe. I'm gonna do that on the other side. I've already got another piece cut out. I'll set you guys up over here. If you can see. Let me turn some lights on. Well, that ain't gonna do nothing. I gotta get some more lights in here. Okay, well, let's get set up. Okay, this side turned out okay. It's not as good as the other side, but I think it'll be okay. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to attach that using what I already have. So I know the light's not that great in here, but hopefully you can see that. It fits pretty good. This side over here is just a little bit better. There's not much of a gap or anything. And then this is flush. It's flush right there. So I'm gonna go with that. The next step, I think I'm gonna try to figure out how to get the back the tailgate part on, and I just got two different ideas on how to do it. I'm just gonna go with what's easier or what's more complicated. Either one, it's fine. But it's starting to actually shape up. This little cheap trailer's starting to shape up a little bit. And yeah, I'm gonna put a sheet of steel in the bed of it and then fix this up here. That's gonna be a totally different story. But it's gonna take a little bit of time, I guess. Hardest part of junkyard engineering is trying to find the right piece that'll work with what you need, because I've got several different types of bed rails here, because that's what I'm using. I just have a lot of it, and it seems to work pretty good. But as far as the tailgate, I'm going to work on that next, and I'll bring you back when I get something else figured out. That's welded on there. It looks like it looks worse on the camera than it actually is. That'll clean up good. Take the old grinder to it. Got this one on. This one right here still needs a little bit. Feeling those, it's just burning really hot. It's hard to weld that thin stuff. Yeah, looks okay. It'll grind up and look good, hopefully. I'm gonna clean all this stuff up, maybe put a few welds here and there, and then I'll bring you back and we'll work on the tailgate. Okay, I got some of it welded and cleaned up. That looks much better. It looks better in person, but it'll do. It'll be all right. That'll work. Got both sides ground up, cleaned up. Looks respectable for what it is. Still got to do a little bit of touch up right in there. Actually, I think I need to weld it. Yeah, I still got a weld in there. But it's mostly welded all the way around. I'm just kind of getting everything tacked in. it's a little extra support for the back end of this trailer. And just what I've done so far has helped it out a lot. I mean, it's way stronger than it was before. Straighter. It's just a little junky thing, but we've had this thing forever. And I think we bought it at Sears a long time ago, but I can't remember. But yeah. So the next part, I'm gonna be working on the tailgate, and I'll show you what I got planned for that. That should do it for here. I still got a little bit of work to do on the inside. I mean, if you're welding on something, if you're learning how to weld, the best way to learn how to weld is to weld on something that you can't weld or it's hard to weld. Because if you can weld that, you can weld anything. If you keep blowing through it and fighting it the whole time, that'll just make you a better welder because you know how to control your heat, you know what your heat does, when you have too much and when you have too little. That'll make you a better welder. I mean, I did get some pretty good normal beads in here, normal passes, normal, it's normal, All right there, yeah. That's just normal welds. Down here. So, I mean, that's what it looks like when you're welding on something normal. Let me dust her off there. Yeah, that's pretty normal. It's pretty good. That'll work. All right, I'll bring you back when I get ready for the tailgate, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to try to make a new tailgate for this thing. I got some of this metal. I'm going to reinforce it and everything, and I'm going to cut this down. It's a little bit too long. Cut that down to where that'll fit on there, and that'll make a pretty good tailgate. And I mean, hopefully this works. I'm going to reinforce everything with some angle iron and everything so it's not so flimsy, because that is kind of thin, but I mean, it's the same thickness metal as the whole trailer's made out of, so should be all right. All right, I'll bring it back once I get this cut. Okay, I got it cut down. Both ends are overlapping good. I'll bring you guys back whenever I get a little bit more done on it. I'm not sure how I'm going to hold these two pieces of metal together. Thought about cutting it right here and just welding it together, but that's just, I might do that, but I really don't think I need to. I don't know. I'll see what I come up with. All right. Okay. So I got some more stuff done on it. I got a little piece of metal here and put this on, obviously. I just tack welded the back pan on for right now. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to put here. I'll weld it here, across here, and then on the underside, I can weld it. And that'll give this corner a little bit of support and kind of make everything a little bit more rigid. That'll tie everything in. And then I'm going to, obviously, I'll cut it on these Sharpie marks to kind of round everything out. May even come in a little bit further so it don't stick out as much, which I don't think that'll be a big deal. That should be good. That's just going to give this back corner a lot of support and keep everything from moving. Because the trailer, this wall and this wall are when it's full of dirt or whatever, it's going to always want to be pushing outwards, and that's going to keep everything straight, lock everything in. And also, that's going to, when I put the hinge on here, see, this piece is going to want to go down. That's going to want to go down, and this is going to stay. So there's going to be a fulcrum point, and that's going to be like a stop. I may do something different, but we're just going to see how this goes. I'm liable to change it later whenever I do the rest of the stuff to it, but I want to try this first and see how it does. I always change it later. And these hinges are fairly cheap, so, and I have a few of them, so I'll bring it back when I get the other one made. Well, I got this tacked up and looks pretty good. Ran out of welding wire, of course. That's usually how it goes. So I got to get some more wire. I really like using flux core. A lot of people don't like it, but because it is kind of dirty, and you got to kind of clean it and stuff, wire brush it, grind it, and all that. But I do like it. You can weld it just about anything, dirty, clean. It's not that big of a deal. I like using some anti-spatter on really dirty stuff. That really helps. But I got that part semi-tacked on there. And it looks decently square. Everything should go pretty good now. I'm going to order some more wire, and I'll bring you back whenever that happens. Okay, finally got the welding wire in and got everything welded up. It's looking pretty good. Got the corners rounded, and still got to cut a little bit more off of it though, but I'll do that later. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. That's going to be it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned for part 3. It should be out here pretty soon.